Welcome to Clover's Connected Classroom. My name is Beth Goff, and I am the Instructional Technology Specialist for Clover School District. This is the webcast version of the Parent Orientation Meeting for Clover High School for those students who are in the Connected Classroom during the pilot year. This is one of the only slides that I will actually read directly to you, and that's because it took so long to condense the message. Our district mission is to prepare each child for a successful, productive, and responsible future. Mobile devices increase our connectivity to people, places, and things, which connects students to limitless learning opportunities because they will have access to the most current information on any topic through the internet and to our learning management system where they can communicate, collaborate, create, publish, and learn as they grow into successful, productive digital citizens. In that really long sentence, there are a few things that are key in meeting our district's vision. We want our students to be prepared to be successful, productive citizens. That is our mission, that is our vision, and that is what we hope to accomplish by connecting all of our students to these limitless learning opportunities made possible by the Connected Classroom Initiative. We believe that in using this initiative, we will fully realize 4 connected classroom outcomes. These 4 outcomes are creativity, because we value meaningful experiences that shape our students' vision for the future, and these will foster creativity. Collaboration, because we value continuous improvement through collaboration. Our devices will connect us to vast resources, including people with whom we can collaborate. Problem solving, because we value an individualized and personally relevant education where students think critically and gain skills in problem solving. They will be able to apply learning in new situations. Finally, digital citizens, because we value a safe and nurturing environment and will make every effort to build digital citizens who are prepared for a successful, productive, and responsible future. So it kind of sounds like I'm becoming a broken record, but the smaller bullets on this list are the core values for the district. So we want your students to have personally relevant experiences that help them be creative, that promote their working with others, but in a safe way. We want them to be able to demonstrate their learning not just by pen and paper, but in various forms. We want them to be exposed to multiple platforms and devices and tools for learning and for productivity so that they are prepared for tomorrow, whatever tomorrow may bring. There are several guiding documents that I need to tell you where are. All of them are contained on the website that you found this webcast on, and the link is there on the page. The big document is the Mobile Computing Guide. It has all of the rules and regulations and forms and details about our Connected Classroom Initiative and how to care for devices, who gets devices, what happens if something goes awry in that use of the device. We have teachers that are a part of this Connected Classroom. They were selected by an application process, and these teachers have gone through intense training since last summer to be the best connected teacher for your student. The teachers in the Connected Classroom are making a pledge to you that they're going to do the things that you see in these bullets. They're going to fully embrace and integrate technology tools into their instruction, but they're also going to work on their personal technical skills so that they are using them the most effective way, that they are modeling that for your student. They make that continued effort to learn more and develop new lessons as new technologies come to be. These teachers will utilize technology to differentiate and personalize instruction. That was one of those core values. Our motto here in Clover School District is each child, each day, excellence. So it is very important that we personalize instruction to meet the needs of individual students. The next one says that we're going to provide technology support to students to complete learning tasks. We're not just going to give them an assignment and expect they know how to use the tool. We're going to provide some instruction some how-to documentation for them to be able to learn how to use the tool to demonstrate their learning. Finally, the last bullet is the most important. Technology is not replacing the classroom teacher. Technology is enhancing the lessons that they deliver. For this initiative, we've decided that it's best to divide the responsibilities by who's doing what so that you have a clear picture of what we're doing and what we expect your students to do. So let's begin with the district's responsibilities. Students are going to have access to a MacBook Air in the connected classrooms. So there will be a MacBook Air that is assigned to your student by us for their use in the connected classrooms. Internet access while they're here on our network will be filtered and monitored. We can see where they go. The web filter is in place where if they need to go to a site that's blocked, they're going to get a message that reminds them of why that site was blocked and that they do not have access as a student to that site. Content and production apps are going to be on the devices already, so your Pages, Keynote, Numbers, your Apple products for productivity, and the Windows products for that your students are most comfortable with, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, will also be on the devices. Some other productivity apps based on content will also be there. Students will be issued cloud-based storage through SkyDrive, which I'll talk about in a little bit more detail in a few moments, and accounts for their school use. These will allow them to have access to the same tools they use for productivity in the Microsoft suite anywhere they have a device that's web-enabled. Connected Classroom teachers are going to give instruction to students about the appropriate use of the internet and the device as it pertains to the classroom. They're going to remind them when it's appropriate to do which things. The protection plan is covered this year by the district for the pilot classrooms, but will be assumed by families in the 2014-15 school year. We are assuming that liability right now, so that your students have access to these devices and the learning opportunities they are provided. The district has assumed that liability because they want every student in the pilot to have equal access to the devices. So student responsibilities, some things are passed to your students. They have a MacBook Air and they are responsible for its use and care. The device is to remain in its protective case and free of marks and stickers not issued by us. So it has an asset tag with a number on it that we know belongs to that student, and that is the only identifying sticker that needs to be on that device. They're going to be responsible for file management and uploading assignments, just as they are to write the essay at home and turn it into the physical box in the classroom now. They will be expected to complete assignments with their device that may or may not require internet access, but obviously the things that they create without access will have to be added after they're back on campus with network access. So they need to be responsible for knowing when an assignment is due for submission in the online management tools, that they do that when they get to school if they didn't have internet access at home. The devices are to be used as instructed. They're supposed to follow the rules. If they use these outside of the appropriate times or in inappropriate ways, there will be disciplinary consequences that result. Damages are to be reported immediately to the teacher and are definitely the student's responsibility. Accidents happen and we will take care of those as long as they were truly accidents. Things that happen maliciously, obviously the student will have consequences to pay, and those may be in fees. Students are responsible for charging their device at home and bringing the MacBook to class every day. So if they take the MacBook home, they are responsible for charging it. If they want to use their device in a classroom that's not connected yet, it's that teacher's discretion. So your connected teachers have had a lot of training about how to use the device, when to use the device, how to manage that in their classroom. The rest of the teachers at Clover High School have more training to attend before they may be comfortable with that blended learning environment, and we ask that your students be mindful of that. Anything that's pre-installed, applications, files, programs, they are not to be removed at any time by the student. The student is expected to follow the district technology policies concerning mobile computing and the acceptable use of technology. You can find these in the board policies that are referenced in the Mobile Computing Guide and are linked on the Connected Classroom website. So what are your responsibilities as a parent or guardian? We want you to have the same conversations with your student that you would have about anything else in your home. We want you to back up what we're saying about being good digital citizens. This is when it's appropriate to research. This is what I expect you to do if someone is saying something mean to you. These are words I would use, not use. It's the parenting that you've always done. We want you to monitor your student's activity of the device when they're in your care. If you wouldn't let your student take their DS to their bedroom and play for 15 hours straight without you touching it or looking at it, then please don't let them do that with their Mac Air. Please ensure that the students are caring for the device when it's in your home. Should it be stolen, file a police report immediately. That's how we can turn it in for liability and have the device replaced. The last reminder is that devices are for student use. The proper use and content on the device is the responsibility of the student, whether or not that user accessed the content. So if someone else in the home, visitor or otherwise, visits a site that is completely inappropriate for student eyes, when the student opens the Mac Air the next morning and the rest of the class sees that, your student is the one who pays the consequence for that. Protecting your device is fairly simple. We ask that you not marker or sticker your device. If you need to clean the screen, please use a dry, soft cloth or one of the electronic wipes. Do not bump, lean, throw the device. It is a screen that could be cracked. Carry it closed instead of opened by the screen. Some of those are common sense. Please never leave the device in an unsecure location or unsupervised. If you're going somewhere where you don't need your device, perhaps the best place for your device is at home, away from others. Please keep food and drinks at a safe distance from the device. So in summary, the care, use of, and content on the mobile device is the assigned student's responsibility. Ultimately, the device belongs to the student. It still remains property of the district. So we can go back and look. There are consequences to pay if something's inappropriate. Inappropriate or intentional misuse of the device will result in disciplinary action, and any damage or loss fees from malicious intent can be found in the Mobile Computing Guide. There are 3 key elements to the Connected Classroom. One is that your student has access to email, and they have access to cloud storage through SkyDrive and web apps for Word, PowerPoint, and Excel because of a license we have for Microsoft 365. They can access these things from any web-enabled. The final piece for discussion is digital citizenship. It's a concept that helps students understand how to use technology appropriately in a society full of it. Students are expected to use technology appropriately and responsibly in communication and participation in class and when they use these devices outside of class. We have precautions in place to help them be safe and secure while they're here. We want you to continue those conversations with your students at home. You can find some tip sheets for sharing age-appropriate concepts with your students on the commonsensemedia.org site. They have age-appropriate materials for elementary school, middle school, high school. So whether you have a 3rd grader or a 12th grader, you can find age-appropriate conversations and resources to help your student understand how to be productive and safe. If you have further questions, there are a couple of places you can go. The first is a frequently asked questions document that's on the Connected Classroom page. You may also email ccccsupport@clover.k12.sc.us with any questions you may have regarding these devices and your students' use of them. Thank you for watching. Please remember to initial on the student pledge that you've watched this webcast as your parent orientation and sign that you agree to help your student follow the rules and reminders on that document.